Hi everyone. Not sure if anyone is watching tonight, but it is a little bit after midnight, and I just thought I'd get on here for a moment and see if anyone would like to join me with the midnight rite. And I see that someone's coming in. Good. Welcome. I was actually attempting to open up something new, which is a Facebook room. So I was playing around with that for a moment, but I just couldn't quite get it going, and no one seemed to be joining that. So I'm back on live. Hi, Nikki. Nikki. Kisses. Hi. I'm going to see if I can do this. You know, I've never done this. There's this option to bring someone on camera, and I hope Nikki doesn't mind. Nobody else is in this room right now. Let me see if we can do this. Okay. And you'll see a message to join me. But I've never done this before. I've always been a little scared to do it during the noon rite because it's a little uncertain. But I'm so glad you're out there tonight, and give you a shake of the system here. Okay. Can't do it right now. I wonder why. Okay. We'll cancel that then. I think. Cancel. Adding. No. Okay. Anyway, in going through the archives, of which we have a great many here at Isis Oasis, I came across something that Lady Lorian had written for the Midnight Rite, and it is the lyrics to not the noon song, but the midnight song. And she put this together, I believe, in conjunction for the first time with this Temple of Isis Dream Incubation workshop that she did. And so we have this here from that event that she put together, along with a prayer for dreaming, which I'm also going to read. So anyway, the Midnight Song is going to be familiar to anybody that's been singing the Noon Rite song. So it goes like this. It is midnight, time to go to bed and dream. Dreams are never what they seem. You must dwell on what they mean. It is midnight when you wake up at sunrise. Take the time to analyze, for your dreams are very wise. It is midnight. It is midnight. It is midnight. And then Lady Lorian goes along to recommend an evening reflection, which is different from our 3 words reflection. Um, this is what she suggests. And she says, take a moment before going to sleep. Place a glass of water at your bedside, along with fragrant herbs to calm the body, relax the mind, and invite your dreaming spirit and guides to come forward. Let go of all the entanglements and worry of your day, releasing them with the breath of Isis. And we know that breath from the noon rite also, which is the inner sanctum of infinite space. And that's a perfect thing to put yourself to bed to, imagining that inner sanctum, that heart chamber filled with stars, and the infinite space which is filled with stars as well. So this is a really beautiful way to put yourself into sleep. And when I'm trying to actually bring in important dreams, I usually kind of lay myself out so I'm flat and put my hands on my body and just lie there. I often won't have a pillow, or I'll just have something under my neck. And this, I find, it helps induce meaningful dreams and bring you into a good sleep. So a few of those inner sanctum of infinite space breaths. And then Lady Lorian has this wonderful prayer for dreaming. Honor to you, Isis, the keeper of the sacred portals of the great dream temples. the sanctuaries of revelation and inspiration. Fill my spirit with strength. Honor to you, Isis, protectress of your disciples in the dream temples of vision and healing. Fill my spirit with compassion. Honor to you, Isis, the oracle of revelation in the innermost part of my heart, the greatest one of powerful pronouncements. Fill my spirit with divine wisdom. Honor to you, Isis, guardian of sleep, goddess of dreams, bringer of visions. Awaken me in the dreams of the past and bring them to the present so I may utilize them in the future. And I think that's just such a beautiful way of bringing through all the senses of our most common dimensions of time. There are a few others too, but that brings the past, the present, and the future together, all within dreaming. So I wish you very good dreams tonight, and that you may travel within in meaningful ways and experience the other realms. I know that I've been blessed always to be a pretty good dreamer, and so I've been hearing that how around the world everyone affected by the pandemic is experiencing more intense dreams. And I must admit, I did have a classic dream the other night that was not exactly what I normally dream. It was definitely an anxiety dream. I was at the Louvre Museum in Paris, France, and I was supposed to speak there. And on my way to go do this, somehow I gathered up all these 4 o'clock seeds in my pockets. And this is very typical of me. If I see 4 o'clocks growing around the world, I gather seeds, I bring them back home, I try to plant them. So it's not uncommon for me to have a few 4 o'clock seeds on me. But at the museum, I seem to have thousands of them. And I like reached into my pocket to get something out for my lecture, and they just went everywhere on this highly polished, beautiful floor. And so I'm down on my knees, gathering them. And of course, in a dream type of thing, you're just kind of scooping them in. And this seems so mythological. The idea of sorting seeds comes up in a lot of myths and things, and having to do a task that you don't have the time to do, that comes up too. But anyway, the teacher or host came to get me because it was now time for me to deliver my lecture, and I was going to speak on Isis in France, reasonably enough. But what I didn't know until that moment was I was expected to deliver the lecture in French. And, with an absolutely sinking heart, I realized this. And I do read French, but I don't speak it. So I've done, a lot of research on Isis in French. And I turned to the whiteboard behind me, and I'm thinking, well, maybe I can draw diagrams or something. I can somehow fake my way through this. And the whiteboard is filled with this language that I don't understand. It looks really important, like it's one of those things that's taken some professor, 3 days to write in tiny little unusual marks all over the whiteboard. So I don't want to erase whatever this is, but there is kind of a little clear area, and I managed to write down La Reine de Paris, the Queen of Paris, which is going to start me off on my lecture. One good thing is that there was just I was only supposed to speak for like 5 minutes. So I managed to mangle my way through French with, some comments on my name and a couple of things about ISIS, and attempted to convey, when Napoleon put the throne of ISIS on the seal of Paris, and, was an altar, and I hope there still is an altar to ISIS under Notre Dame. So I managed to get through my dream lecture, but it was definitely one of those anxiety dreams that I haven't had really since I was probably back in school. And but it all came together for this one dream. And oh my, all those 4 o'clock seeds. Anyway, I will leave you to your own dream. not be anxiety dreams. May they be dreams of adventure and inspiration and fulfillment of wishes, and be something that you wake up glad to have experienced and happy to remember. Good night, everyone.